In this video, I'm going to show you how to create this Arbor press assembly. I'm going to start out by going to your Canvas assignment and download these parts. Store them in your Documents folder. At the bottom is a sample of what you're going to submit to the assignment. Start out by creating a new assembly. Place your components. Go to the folder that you've stored the parts. You can hold your Shift key down and select multiple items. Open them. Select the location on the screen to place them. Right mouse button, OK. Go to your front view. Rotate around such as this is your front view. Select your context menu. Right mouse button. Set current view as front. Select the frame. Hover over it. In your browser, right mouse button, Grounded, and you'll see a pin next to the part, and the frame is now grounded and can't be moved. Grab this plate and bring it closer to the frame. Select this part, the press table plate. Right mouse button, Constrain. Insert. Select this diameter and this diameter. Apply and cancel. Go to this part, this pin, and bring it closer to the assembly. Select the part, and then if you use free rotate, make sure it's the pin and not one of the screws. It should look like this. Select any place on the screen to let go of the part. Select the part, right mouse button, Constrain, and insert, and select this smaller diameter on the end and the hole here. Reverse the orientation by selecting here. Apply and cancel. Select this part and place it closer to the assembly. Select free rotate and rotate the part around. We want to orient it like this so that this surface is perfectly flat and the chamfer is on the far side. Select the part, right mouse button, Constrain, Insert, and select this diameter and this diameter. Apply and cancel. Select this small part and bring it closer to the assembly. Select the part and select free rotate. Rotate the part around. Should look like this. select right mouse button, Constraint, Insert, and select this diameter and this diameter. Reorient the part, flip it, apply. Cancel. Select this part and bring it closer to the assembly. Select this part, right mouse button, Constrain, and select Insert. Select this diameter and this diameter. Reverse the orientation and apply. Select Mate and select this work plane. It's on the pinion. And this matching work plane on the collar. And apply. And cancel. Now when you rotate the shaft, the pinion, the collar should rotate with it. Grab this part here, the ram. Select Re-Rotate. Rotate the part around. Select Constrain. And select this work plane on the ram. And this work plane on the frame. Select Apply. And cancel. Right mouse button, Constrain, and constrain this to this face. Make them flush and apply and cancel. Now you see the ram moves up and down in the slot. We'll look at my front view and then rotate around to my left side view and zoom in. I'm going to go to View, select this icon, select half section, and point to this work plane. And now I could select here, leave the offset at 0. And you can see the ram can move up and down, but it's not aligned with the gears. The gears, as a matter of fact, the gears don't even move. I'm going to correct this so that when you move this ram, the gear rotates with it. First, I need to align so that the teeth on the ram align with the valleys on the gear. To do that, I'm going to align two work planes. I'm going to align this work plane on the ram and this work plane on the gear, on the pinion. So I'm going to select the ram and right mouse button, Constrain. And I'm going to use the Mate command, and I'm going to select this work plane and this work plane and apply and cancel. and zoom in, and now you see that the gears are perfectly aligned. The teeth are meshed perfectly. This tooth is sitting right in the center of that valley. So I did that operation just to align them. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come to the most recent relationship I created. I'm going to open my relationships, and that one is this one here. You notice that when I highlight it, mate 3, these two work planes turn blue. So the gears are where I want them. I'm going to suppress this. I'm going to create a new constraint. Go back to Assemble. I'm going to select one of the two parts. I'll select the RAM and Constrain. I'm going to select Motion tab, and I'm going to select this option, Rotation Translation. I'm not using two gears. I'm using a gear and a flat surface like this. And I'm going to select this option because when these are gears, and when one rotates in one direction, the other one's going to rotate in the opposite direction. So I'm going to select this option. And I'm going to select the axis of the gear. And then I'm going to select this edge, an edge that's pointing vertically on the RAM. I'm going to select this edge here. I could select any edge, but this one's the most visible. And the distance. So I'm going to set this to 3.14. That's the parameter pi. And why am I using pi? This is a 1-inch gear, and what I'm trying to calculate is the circumference of this gear, and the circumference is 2 pi r, or d times pi. D is the diameter is 1, so it's 1 times pi, or pi. So the distance is, when this rotates one rotation, this RAM will move 3.14 inches. I'm going to select Apply and then Cancel. And notice when I move the RAM up, the gear rotates and they're perfectly synchronized and meshed. I'm going to go back to View and go back to this icon and end my section view. I'm going to grab this part. It's the gib plate. I'm going to bring it over here close to my faceplate. I'm going to select this, right mouse button, Constrain, and I'm going to constrain this work plane to this work plane. Apply. And then I'm going to constrain this work plane to this work plane. Apply. And then I'm going to align this surface to this surface. And I want it flush. Apply. And cancel. And your assembly should look like this. It should be flush like this. I'm going to mate this surface to this surface here with this curved feature facing up. Let's select this part, right mouse button, Constrain. Going to Insert, select this diameter and that diameter. Select Apply and Cancel. Rotate this part around. Select this part again, right mouse button, Constrain, and select this far diameter. Select Insert and select this diameter here and this diameter here, and apply and cancel. Let's select this shaft, the arm, right mouse button, constrain, and select this axis and this axis. Apply and cancel, and slide this into the hole, approximately centered. Select this part, go back to assembly, free rotate and rotate the part around slightly. Select the part again, right mouse button, constrain, insert, and select this diameter and this diameter, and apply and cancel. Go down to the bottom of your browser and find this part. You can highlight it, and you notice it's right here. I want a second one for the other end of the arm. I'm going to grab it and just drag it out here onto the window. I'm going to do the same thing again. Highlight it, right mouse button, constrain, insert, and select this diameter and this diameter. Apply and cancel. I'm going to bring these parts a little bit closer. 3 more parts. I'll select this part, right mouse button, constrain, insert. I'm going to zoom in here. I want to select this diameter and this diameter, but if you notice it's right up against it flush. I want it offset a bit. I'm just going to set it off 0.1 inches. And you notice now it's back off slightly. Select apply. Now I want to do a mate command. I want to mate this work plane on the thumb screw with the work plane on the pinion so that they move around together. Let's select it here. Apply. And cancel. Now you notice when I rotate this pinion, the arm rotates. Also the thumb screw, the collar, they all rotate and the ram goes up and down. I'll select this part, bring it up a little bit, select free rotate, rotate it around. Select anywhere to release it. Select the part and right mouse button, constrain, and do insert. Select insert and select this diameter here. And this diameter here. Apply and cancel. What I'm going to do is select the part, and you notice it's this one here is highlighted in blue. I'm going to drag over 3 more parts. And I'll leave it to you to place these 3 parts into the holes. I've placed the other three. Bring this part up, zoom in, and there's a total of 4 of these parts. So I'm going to go ahead and notice that once I have it highlighted here, it's highlighted in blue here. So I'm going to bring around 3 more. Select the first one and free rotate, bring it around. The hex recess should be pointing out. Right mouse button, constrain, insert, select that diameter and this diameter, reverse it, apply, and cancel. Now there's 3 more mounting locations. This hole here, and these 2 holes here. I'll leave those 3 locations for you to place. So now I've placed all the screws. I'm going to go to View, Object Visibility, and if you want, you could turn off your user axis and your user work planes. Position your RAM in approximately this location and your arm in approximately this location. Go to File, Export to PDF. Store the PDF in your Documents folder and you could submit it to the assignment. Alternatively, you can use your Snipping Tool. Take a screen capture of your assembly. Save your clip as a JPEG or PNG, and alternatively, you could submit this to Canvas to complete your assignment.